It's spring, and here are a few of my favorite things. This is my first ever Favorite Things blog. I always read about mainstream bloggers who write something like this. Some who promote products even write one every month. So I figured after blogging for over 6 years, I am long overdue. So join me in my celebration of some of my favorites. I love sex, my partner, and orgasms. Phew, okay, glad we got that one out of the way first. Oh, and I love dick, with consent of course, and boobs are pretty okay too. I adore the freedom of being able to blog and express myself in a sex positive and body positive way. While my writing is not always perfect, many readers see my passion and will overlook a grammatical issue or two, and that leads to my next favorite thing. My readers, you guys who read, ask questions, comment, and even the ones who poke fun of me are all fantastic. I love the engagement I read from you. In my first few years of blogging, I felt like I was writing for an audience of just me. While beneficial for sorting out the first few years of openness, I've thoroughly enjoyed the last few years of blogging a whole lot more. My relationship with my blog has gone from one-sided work, work, work to a fun mutual engagement, and we can learn from each other. So thank you. Next on the list is beer, patios, and sunshine. I don't think any explanation is required here, as all three are supremely awesome. Moving on, I would like to say a very special shout out to all the men and women, but mostly men, who appreciate the sexual being I am without crossing the lines. I know sometimes you make mistakes and react with your small head instead of your big one, but this is what makes you my favorites. Owning up to the mistakes and by making modifications to not do it in the future. This whole blog of mine arose out of the mistakes I have made in non-monogamy. I am pro at them, but I am also sincere in my desire to learn, grow, and choose better reactions in the future. And that trait is what I love about you guys. You probably started following me for the pictures, but occasionally you bring a smile to my face by reading an article or two and commenting afterwards in a completely open-minded and awesome way. And finally, I want to give a big shout out to my library and all the books in my past, present, and future. Reading fires my soul, and being able to share my love of books with you guys and my clients is pretty amazing. It has been an amazing challenge to write my first book, a memoir of sorts. And although I am only a third of the way to my ultimate goal, it is a labor of love. And I know there will be large, sappy tears shed when I hold my first published book in my hands, which I hope won't be too many years away. After jotting the list of my favorites down, I can see why other bloggers write these so often. I feel rejuvenated and ready to tackle the spring and all the challenges that this next year is going to bring. And now I ask you, have you written your spring favorites? I would love to hear them and keep this cycle of incredible positivity after a long winter going. So please comment, tweet, or just write a few things down just for yourself that celebrate your own favorites. Would you like to be an added ray of sunshine in my world and see some sexy pictures in return? Consider subscribing to my Patreon. Much love, Kasia Slynn.